you, like me, have odd bits of ingredients you bought for other recipes cluttering up your pantry? Make sure that they don't go to waste by turning them into these chewy, healthy trail mix cookies. Hey everyone, this is Erin from wellplated.com, and I believe in healthy recipes that are easy, budget friendly, and that your family will love. Couple of bags of dried fruit, some nuts, an almost empty bag of chocolate chips. It is time to bake some trail mix cookies. These are thick, chewy oatmeal cookies that you can load up with whatever is hanging out in your pantry. These cookies are so quick and easy, you don't even have to chill the dough before you bake them. Let's get started. Start with the dry ingredients. All-purpose flour is the cookie classic, but what I like to add is a little bit of whole wheat flour. It's higher in fiber and nutrients, and you can't even taste it. Baking soda and baking powder help our cookies become tender and rise, and then, cinnamon. How I love thee. I just cannot bake oatmeal cookies without some cinnamon in them. Add the salt, and then whisk it all together. Now for the good stuff, the butter. We need 1 stick for these cookies and then a moderate amount of sugar. These are by no means overly sweet, but you need the sugar and butter to make them tender and chewy. Grab yourself a hand mixer for max ease and then cream it together. You want the butter to look nice and fluffy. Is there anything more beautiful than butter and sugar together? Crack in an egg. I know they tell you to do this in a separate bowl, but hey, I like to live on the edge. Pure maple syrup sweetens up these cookies a bit more and helps them caramelize, plus, it's delicious. Vanilla extract, I don't know about you, but I always have to add a little bit of vanilla extract. Beat those just to combine, and now we slowly add our dry ingredients. Emphasis on the slowly here, or you will give yourself a flour facial. Don't ask me how I know. We're going to mix this just until the dry ingredients are no longer visible. Scrape down your bowl, and now we are ready for our mix-ins. I always start with some oatmeal. I just have such a soft spot for oatmeal cookies. They're so cozy. And now we clean out the pantry. Finish off this bag of chocolate chips. Grab myself some M&Ms. Ooh, I'm getting pretty good at that. And then I also like to add ingredients that remind me of Gorp, which was a trail mix that my aunt always made for me as a little girl. She added peanuts, raisins, and then I also like to doctor it up with a bit of pecans. Plus, I needed to use up the last of these pecans. You can start mixing with your mixer, but at a certain point, this dough just requires some mixing by hand because it is fully loaded. Plus, gives you a chance to, quality test. Grab yourself a cookie scoop. You can use a spoon, but I think the scoop makes it a little easier to portion the dough, and then roll them into a ball. How fantastic is it that we didn't have to chill this dough? I am ready for cookies sooner. Pro tip, to make your cookies look extra pretty, press some extra M&Ms or chocolate chips all over the top. I don't know about you, but when I was little, I had a favorite M&M color. It was the blue ones. I know they all taste the same, but for some reason, I was convinced that the blue ones are better. Anywho, into the oven with these beauties at 375. They'll cook up in as little as 8 minutes. You want them to look slightly underdone and a little bit molten in the center. Is there anything better than the smell of warm, freshly baked cookies in your kitchen? I don't think so. I can tell that these trail mix cookies have those perfect crispy edges and soft, chewy centers. We need some milk to go with these. And I feel great knowing that I used up my chocolate chips, a couple of different kinds of nuts, some M&Ms. I can see better in my pantry, and my ingredients did not go to waste. If you love chocolate chip cookies, be sure to check out my healthy chocolate chip cookies, which are another one of our favorites. So good.